Hello and thank you. Thank you to all of you. Look at those signs up there. We hear you. Imagine you are 25 years of age. Your 2.5-year-old son is sitting on your lap and you're waiting for the doctor to respond to your question. What is wrong with my child, you say? You hear the doctor say he has autism. Your heart starts to race as you hear him explain a textbook version on the definition of autism. Your husband says, wait a minute, what's the cure? The doctor says there is none, and as you sit stunned, you suddenly hear the doctor say, the best we have to offer is for you to consider giving him up and placing him in an institution. You feel your arms getting tighter around your child as you sit and wonder, how could I let go of this precious baby, my baby? The doctor ends with, there's little we understand about autism, and there is no services available to help your child. Hello, I am Sherry Kenny, and I'm the new Executive Director at the Autism Society of Minnesota. It's a pleasure to be here. I thank you for allowing me to share that story. That story is my story. So let's fast forward. Today our son Sean, who is in his 30s, has autism. He is working, lives in a group home, and is a happy, contributing member of society. As parents, we couldn't be prouder. It was a long journey, pushing for change with our education system, our government system, and our medical systems. We, though, first had to get educated and become the advocate, just like you are today. So why then, 30 years later, are we standing here again and still having to speak out? Are the numbers not enough to get change? As the prevalence rate of autism continues to rise, a growing number of us are facing the reality that today's state policies and laws, after all this time, are just not enough. Less than 2 years ago, the numbers were 1 in 150, and today they are 1 in 91. If the numbers of 1 in 91 are not enough to drive change, how about our state's annual growth rate of 17%? How then can we ignore the fastest growing disability in the state of Minnesota? Yes, after 30 years, we have made progress, but our government is not keeping pace with the number diagnosed. So here are your facts for your story. Do they know, does our government legislation know that 12,000 families in the state of Minnesota are affected with somebody with ASD? Do they know that this equates to 13,000 children diagnosed with ASD? That age 8 is the largest bubble today moving through our education and government support systems? Do they understand that the key word is not autism, it's spectrum? That each child, each individual on the spectrum requires supports? Do they know that the laws which highlight one intervention support many, but not all? Do they know the word disorder implies it's lifelong and there is no cure? Do they know that if funds are cut and supports are stopped, everybody is affected? More than ever, the time is now to understand autism, to understand the need for funding and state supports. We, the Autism Society of Minnesota, has been your local state presence for education and advocacy 40 years. 40 years this year. Today, more than ever, we are here to educate in order to drive change. Remember, with this past election, we have 23 new senators and 36 new members in the House, all of them accountable for establishing new laws that will impact our future. So how can we help you? How can the Autism Society of Minnesota help you? Come learn more. We have a state conference that comes up at the first part of May 4th through the 7th. From there, you can learn lots about autism in terms of interventions, as well as the latest research. Attend our workshops, get educated so you can become an advocate. We have a resource table here directly straight back that have many of our services. Please stop by. We want to hear from you. How can we help you be an advocate? As you've heard, share your stories. Share the facts. Be passionate, be strong, be heard. Volunteer. Become a member of our organization as well as many. Your voice is needed. You can find information on our website. It's very easy, www.awesome.org. So imagine today being 25 years old, having a child diagnosed with ASD. You will not hear institutionalize your child as the option. However, you still may hear There are limited services, limited waivers, limited supports. It's time, stand up, speak out, and share your story. Thank you.